Hey guys, welcome back to David Talking Tech and Audio. This time around we are talking about these, the Beyerdynamic DT 990 Pro open back studio reference headphones. Great to see you back here. And if you subscribed, that's great. If you haven't, well, you know what to do. It's all down there. And while you're subscribing, why don't you turn on notifications and also throw me a like to help share these videos out so I can bring you more of this content. As you know, I am a massive fan of Beyerdynamic headphones, and a few weeks ago I tried out the DT 700 Pro X's. There's a link for it just up there if you want to watch that video in a little bit. Since I tried them, I have not looked back. They are such a comfortable and great reference pair of headphones, but these are also ever so popular. And of course, the big difference between these and the 700s is that they are open backed. And I thought we should try out these headphones on the channel, and I'll be giving them a good listen through in a minute. We'll be unboxing them, seeing what you get inside the box, and of course giving my conclusions on how they sound. Now, these headphones aren't only used in the industry by audio engineers and producers, they're also used just by sound enthusiasts, and apparently, not that I ever game, but apparently they're very big in the gaming community as well. They're meant to be very friendly in sound, not too heavy on the bass, but quite a well-rounded and crafted bass, and because of the open back, apparently they give a very good air, and the trebles and mids are ever so clear and precise. So let's have a little look at what we get inside the box. Typical kind of Beyer packaging, quite substantial. It's got some of the blind UV on there as well, the kind of the glossy X. Inside the box then, what have we got? It all looks pretty straightforward. There's the normal documentation, which is covering Beyerdynamic's unique experience and welcoming you to a couple of other products in their range as well. Now then got the headphones themselves, which I shall come to in just a moment. A carry bag. It's, like a nylon type carry bag. It's even got a name and address. It looks just like school, actually. It's got a name and address on the back. How cute. Got that. And then you got the other documentation in there as well, which I would assume is warranties and guarantees, things like that. So that's what you get in the box. So let's have a little closer look now at the actual headphones, shall we? First impressions taken out of the box is that I can't get the wire out of the box. They are substantial. They feel typical kind of Beyer quality. I'm just going to work out how to get the cable out for you. Hold on. This is the risk of doing things live on unboxings, working out how the mechanics work, but there you go. Right, so it's a coiled cable. It's a 3-meter cable with the gold jack plug converter, and the cups themselves, they are very similar to the DT 770s. Obviously these are open backed, which means I'm hoping they're going to give a very different listening experience. Nice, the leg extensions are nice and solid. The way they click, the fit on the head, typical Beyer. They've got a good feel to them, and all in all they look like a nice solid pair of headphones. Obviously the cable is not detachable on these, so that means if anything happens to that cable, unlike on the 700s that I spoke about a couple of weeks ago, then you are in trouble. The ear cups are exchangeable. I've done that before. You need a hairdryer, believe it or not, to do those, but I'll probably make a video about exchanging ear cups over on Beyers at some point. The headband's got some memory foam in them, and all in all, it's a typical kind of Beyer experience that you'd expect on the first unboxing of them, of these open back 990 Pro headphones. They do feel very comfortable. I'll just get the extensions to the right position for my head. They do feel, nice and tight. I like the feeling of the tension over the head, and the ear cups are big enough to go around the circumference of your ears and give you a good fit, a really nice tight fit on these headphones. So that is the first impressions of these Beyer 990 Pros. These are circumaural headphones, which are great for professional mixing, mastering, and editing. They've got a lovely, transparent, spacious sound to them. If you use the Beyerdynamic DT 770s, you'll be very familiar with these removable and replaceable velour ear pads. I think they're exactly the same, as too is the headband. In fact, the whole feel of these headphones is very similar to the DT 770s as point of reference. They've got a lovely Beyerdynamic build quality about them. They're made in Heilbronn, Germany, along with Tesla technology. Open back, as you know, great for the sound enthusiast or professional producer and gamer. They've got a lovely tonal depth to them, and they're very easy on the bass too. The cable is non-detachable. It's a spiral cable. It's 3 meters in length, so it's quite long. They're available in either 80 or 250 ohms. We've got the 250 ohm version here. They weigh 250 grams. The frequency response goes all the way from 5 hertz to 35,000 hertz, and the nominal sound pressure level of 96 decibel is quite standard in these kind of reference headphones. So what do I think about these DT 990 Pros? I love them. They're really good. I'm a Beyer fan. There's no getting away from it. I love Beyerdynamic headphones. I love their reference. I love their sound. I love their lack of EQ. Brilliant reference headphones. Now, don't get me wrong. They are very, very different to these, the 700s, which are still going to be my daily headphones. The reason for those, it's the weight, it's the balance, it's the fit. They are just a stunning pair of headphones. Now, clearly, they're a closed-back pair of headphones. But, and if it was a criticism, and it's not for the kind of work that I do, but if it was or if there were a criticism, I suppose it'd be that they cut out absolutely everything else. If you were spending a long day in these, you are going to be very, very isolated. They've got a very tight headband, very tight ear cups, and nothing else is coming through to you while you're wearing these. Now, I happen to like working like that, but I could see that for some, that may be an issue. Now, different beasts, yes, but apart from the similar Beyer sound, and it is similar, these are different to wear. Because of the open back, they are much more airy. You'll get a little bit more ambient sound coming through to you, so bear that in mind when you're in the mix with these. The headband is not as tight. It's still memory foam, but it's not as tight around the head. And the ear cups are slightly larger around the ears, so they just give you a bit more space again. The whole feeling of these headphones is air. The tonal qualities are lovely. I found the mids and trebles were very listenable. They don't do anything terribly badly, and equally they don't excel in any one area. The bass, again, wasn't particularly offensive or heavy, but it was there. It was enough to reference the bass, so you certainly get it into your mix. And the main thing of these is, I think, the ease of wearing them. I could understand why, not that I've ever gamed, as I said, but I can understand why gamers would wear these, because I think they let some of the outside world in and they just don't isolate you quite as much. And I used them on my iPhone 12. They worked absolutely fine. You do need to turn the volume up an awful lot. And talking of volume, I found that to be the case too when I was running these through the Scarlett 2i2 interface. You might just be able to see behind me. The volume had to be virtually all the way up to get a good listening experience. Whereas on the 700s, it's the complete opposite. They have got very good drivers in them, so the volume can come down an awful long way. But they do work on an iPhone 12. And clearly they worked well when I was checking them through the Scarlett 2i2 as well. They're considerably cheaper than the 700s. So if money was an issue and budget was an issue, honestly, I wouldn't have any problem recommending these to you as reference studio headphones. And I can see also why they'd be a very good domestic headphone as well. I love Beyers through and through. I love their build, their sound, the EQ that they come with. Although they're a reference, there is a Beyer sound, which I'm sure you understand what I mean. And yeah, all in all, a really good reference pair of open back headphones. Very different to the 700s, but nonetheless a good listening experience, great tonal qualities, and a headphone that you could wear for many hours a day and feel comfortable and not feel too excluded from, but still be able to concentrate directly on the work that you need to get done. At the end of this video, I'll be leaving a link to when I checked out the Sony 750Xs. So if you'd like to see and hear what I thought of those, stay around. That'll be coming up in just a few moments. But is there anything else you'd like me to compare these headphones to? Have you worn the 990 Pros? Do you own yet a pair of the 700s? Have you compared these two side by side? I'd love to know what you guys think. Let me know in the comments below, and if there's any other headphones you'd like me to check out for you on the channel. If you've made it this far through, why don't you leave me an emoji? Say, you have a pair of headphones. I think that's probably a good idea. And it's just left me to say thank you very much, and I'll catch you on the next one.